happening, everyone? Daniel here, and welcome to Photo Critique TV, episode number 49. We're at. Aaron's not here today, so I'm just doing one critique. I'm doing two critiques from one person, Michelle Caldero. Welcome and thanks for your submission. If you want to submit your photographs, just go to the photography school website, school.dgvworldphotography.com/photo-critique. And you can submit your photographs totally free of charge, and we'll critique them on camera for you to give you some hopefully useful photography feedback. So I'm going to get straight into it. So let me just tell you a little bit about what gear Michelle is using. So she's using both of these photographs were with a Nikon D5000. The first photograph was with a 50mm Nikon f1.8G lens. Good lens. And by the way, one of Nikon's cheapest and sharpest lenses that they make. And she's also using the 24-70 f2.8G lens, which is one of Nikon's professional zoom lenses. So two fantastic pieces of glass there, Michelle. I'm going to go to your first photograph, which is of the little boy outside with the hat on, and I love this photo. So first of all, I love your processing. I love the natural light here. I love the moment. There's a lot of things to like about this image. So I can tell straight away that you are definitely doing some kind of processing with this image. So you're shooting in RAW and you're doing something in Lightroom or in Photoshop or whatever it is, which is fantastic. Tell me if I'm wrong, but this definitely looks like you've done some kind of processing. We can tell as well that this lens that you're using is perfect for this. So the 50mm lens on the D5000 has the equivalent focal length of 85mm, and 85mm is the classic focal length for portraiture, which is what you want to be using when you're taking photographs of people. So awesome choice in lens, and I love the way that this background is so beautifully blurred out. So that's what you get when you're shooting f1.8 and you're using that nice 50mm lens. Composition, great. I love it how you've placed him slightly off to the left. The moment, awesome, because he's the little boy that's just kind of looking out at whatever's going on behind him, or in front of him, sorry, behind the camera. And this makes me feel like this is a much more natural photograph, like this was caught in the moment, which is fantastic because we don't always want to capture people kind of giving cheesy smiles straight at the camera. So great choice in photographs here. So I'm sure you had a lot from this particular shoot that you decided to showcase, or you decided to submit, but I love your choice in photographs here. Now, there's only really one thing if I'm really picking this photograph to pieces. And that is, you'll notice here that there's some kind of hot spots, some patchy hot spots on the grass. So have a look on the left-hand side of the image, and just sort of on the right at the bottom of the image, there's some little hot spots. Now, this is something that, you know, when you're shooting, it looks like you're kind of shooting in the middle of the day-ish or early afternoon, and you have placed him in the shade, which is fantastic, which is exactly what I would have done. But it's hard to avoid these hotspots. But keep in mind that the viewer's eye is going to go straight to the brightest parts of that image. And in this particular case, my eye is kind of drifting to the left and drifting to the right to sort of investigate those hotspots. So just keep that in mind for next time. And by no means is that taking away from this entire image. It's just something when I look at it, I think, okay, well, that could be possibly improved on for next time. But that's the whole point in taking photographs, is to learn from what you may not like about one of your photographs. So what I do in Lightroom is I actually have a collection called Bad Photos, and anything that I think I can learn from. So if I've taken a photograph and I'm like, why the hell did I do that? Or I don't like this about this way this person's posed, or I don't like the light here, I'll put it in that collection and I'll write a note on it so that I know not to do that again. Everything about it, the light, the moment, and the composition, perfect, and good choice in lenses. So nice one, Michelle. Let's go to your next one. Now, this one of the roundabout, there's a few things here straight away that make me think there's a lot going on in this image. Okay, so there's a lot of distractions. What I liked about your other photograph was that it's very easy to find the subject. It's obviously the boy, and my eye is able to lock onto that and then kind of investigate the rest of the image. Whereas this particular image, I don't really have anything to lock onto. So the subject here is the roundabout, but my eye is not going to that straight away. So first of all, you'll see these bright lights at the top. So these three they look like zeros. These three zero lights at the top. Now, the first one's sort of cut off and the other two are my eyes going straight there, straight away, okay? So the fence in the front as well is quite distracting because it's kind of blocking off the horses. And on the right-hand side where it's got crazy suburban something or other written on that other ride, I don't even know what that says, on that other ride there, my eye's sort of going over there as well. So I think the problem with this image is that I don't really have anything to lock onto. I can't identify the subject, okay? So this is what I would have done. I actually would have probably chosen a different angle to photograph this whole image from. So I would have gotten in closer and actually either photographed through that fence or photographed over the top of that fence and just picked one horse to photograph and make that horse your subject rather than the entire roundabout. If you wanted to photograph the entire roundabout, step back and do a much wider shot because you've kind of captured the roundabout at a really awkward ratio, I guess is the word here. So we don't really have all of it, we don't have half of it, we've kind of got 3/4 of it at a funny angle and there's lots of distractions there. So that's it, Michelle. Thank you so much for your submissions, and if you want to submit some more, go for it. And anyone is welcome to submit their photographs. Just like I said at the start, just go to the photography school website, www.school.dgwphotography.com/photo-critique, or you'll just see a link there on the website. You'll find it. It's not that hard. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.